Hello lovelies, I'm Christina and today I am giving you my September wrap-up. So the month of September didn't turn out the way I thought it would. I had quite an ambitious TBR for it and pretty much none of it happened. But I do have a few books to talk about anyways. I read one graphic novel, one handheld novel, and I listened to 2 audiobooks. So let's just jump right into it. The first read I had for the month of September was the graphic novel I Hate Fairyland by Skottie Young. This I first saw on Elena's channel and just fell in love with the art style of it and the way she talked so warmly about it and how funny it is. I just squealed of joy when I found this in a Norwegian shop, and it is just so good and horrific and wonderful. It is the story of Gertrude, this cute little character right here, who stumbles upon fairyland and has to go on a quest to find a key to get home, and for some reason she just can't find it, and decades pass by and her body doesn't age, but she turns into this really bitter and gory kind of person, and it is just wonderful. I love this so much and I can't wait to read the second volume. I ended up giving this a 5 out of 5 stars and highly recommend it if you like dark humor. The novel that I read is one that I've already mentioned a lot on this channel, even though I haven't reviewed it or had it in a wrap-up yet. So I feel like I've been talking about it forever already, and I'm not really sure if I'm gonna do a separate review anymore because I feel like I've just talked so much about it already. But it is The Deep by Nick Cutter. I ordered this because of Stephen King's blurb on his Facebook about this, and because I read The Troop last year and I really loved that one. It is a story of a plague that is going around called the Gets that make people forget how to do vital things. They start out just forgetting the simplest things, then they start forgetting who they are and how to do vital things like eat and sleep. So they eventually die from this disease. Then they discover some healing kind of ambrosia at the bottom of the ocean, so they install a science lab at the bottom of the ocean and they send, is it 3 or 4 scientists down, 3 scientists down there to experiment on this ambrosia to see if they can find a cure for the disease. And at one point they lose connection with the scientists down at the bottom of the ocean, so they send down Luke, who is the brother of one of the scientists, together with a woman that works up on the surface of the science lab to go find out what has happened, and it just goes crazy bananas after that. It is really good old school kind of horror, and if you like Stephen King's older works, you will definitely like this one. I highly recommend it. At first, I gave it a 4 to a 4.5 star, but I bumped it up to a 5 star because it just stuck with me. It made me cry, and I just really enjoyed it. So definitely my favorite read of the month. Then I listened to 2 audiobooks. The first one was Bird by Bird by Lamott. This one is narrated by Susan Bennett. It is a nonfiction book about writing and just how to fall in love with the actual writing and not obsessing about getting published. And I really enjoyed it. I thought it was refreshing just to listen to how Anne Lamott explains her writing process. It was very interesting as a writer. I found it to be very inspiring, and I highly recommend this one for any aspiring writer. I thought it was amazing, and I ended up giving it a 5 out of 5 stars. The last audiobook that I listened to was The Obstacle is the Way, The Timeless Art of Turning Trials into Triumph by Ryan Holiday. It is narrated by the author. I thought it had some good points. I do really agree with some of his thoughts. Turning your trials and obstacles into positive things and growing from them. I definitely agree with the author. I just couldn't really get into the audiobook. I think it was something about Ryan Holiday's narration of it. It just wasn't engaging enough, and I found myself to be a bit bored, even though I thought that the actual book and the actual topic was very interesting. Just the voice and the way that it was narrated didn't get me involved at all, so I ended up giving it a 3 out of 5 stars. Maybe I would have enjoyed it more if I'd read it in a physical form. I'm not sure. So there you have it. Those were the books that I've read in the month of September. Like I said, my TBR, it just didn't happen. Some of the books I'm going to transfer on to October and hopefully get through them in this month, but we will see. I'm probably not going to do a separate TBR video for this month because I know that October is going to be pretty crazy, so I don't know what's going to happen. Let me know what your favorite read of September was. I would love to hear it, as always. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video soon. Goodbye!